At first glance, this beer has a lot of unknowns about it. Let's figure out what it's all about. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Brewski, for another Brewski review, and today the beer I have for you is by the Florida Avenue Brewing Company. This is their ale. Simple, plain ale. Ale brewed with citrus zest. That's what it says. No ABV, no IBUs, no ingredients, only a brewed on date, which is on the bottom. Born on November 25th, born on January 25th, 2018. Oh, wait, there's one other thing. Where a good beer is never hard to find. Florida Avenue Brewing Company is out of, well, Florida, but Tampa, Florida to be exact. So with that said, with this very unknown beer, it looks like it's to be, on the water, road going down to the water, something like that. Let's crack it open, see what we got, because this is full of mystery and surprise. Let's pour her up. Pouring about not much right there. Cool. Looking at the beer here, it's quite clear. Good amount of carbonation coming up through. A little bit of a white head on there. Nothing too crazy, but looks pretty darn clear. Looks straw colored, clear. Not too much going on. With that said, with this mystery beer, I do have the numbers up here. I had to find them on the website. Thank God they're on the website, but they're not on the can, which is weird. I thought alcoholic beverages need alcohol content on their can. But then again, it is the States, and then again, it is Florida. They do stuff a little bit differently down there, leaving people wondering how fucked up they could get off of beer or other alcohols of some sorts. But before we get into this, alcohol content is 4.7% alcohol by volume and only 11 IBUs. Also, the SRM is 3. That's the color, if you didn't know. So let's have a smell. It smells more like a lager. Sweet malt, a little bit of corniness. It smells a little bit bready. Also, a slight hint of citrus. Very light, almost like an alcohol-y sort of smell as well. Interesting. Let's have a sip and see what we have. Okay, ale. Tastes like an ale, malty, a little hoppy, a little bit of zestiness, and then a nice bready finish in the end of the beer. Goes down pretty darn smooth. Kind of tasty. Let's continue with this. Cheers, everybody. That little bit of citrus zest, you can get that. Sort of livens the beer a little bit in the flavor department. Goes down crisp and clean. Quite nice indeed. Can't really find any offensive flavors about this. It's just a straight up ale, it seems. That's all it says. Ale. Pretty easy going kind of thing. Not too much going on, but still a very tasty beer if you want just a beer with a little bit more added flavor. Quite nice indeed. You know what I could compare this to is Bo's Lug Tread, almost. So that Bo's is a lagered ale. This is just a ale. This is a bit weaker on the ABV portion of it, and there's a bit of a more of a citrusy note. But it's a very comparable beer in a style, or at least in flavor, because you get the malts, but you get that sort of bit of a hoppiness, very light hoppiness, very crisp, very clean. This even, I need to say, it has less flavor in it. The flavors are weak. The flavors are quite weak. It's good, it's clean and crisp, but the flavors drop off really quickly when you get into the finish, and then they're There's not much, just a very faint, light beer sort of taste. Looking on the can, like I said, not too much going on here. All it says is where a good beer is never hard to find. Brewed and canned by Brewing in Tampa, Florida. Oh, okay, so this is, I guess, a subsidiary of Brewbus, which I did a beer on not too long ago as well. Government warning, Surgeon General, blah, 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 blah. No ABV, no IBU, only a brewed on date, or a canned on date, which is perfect. I'd rather have that than anything else. Actually, I'd like to know alcohol and IBUs as well. But that's definitely a big bonus, is to have the brewed on or best before date. Moving over to the website now, which is FloridaAveBrewing.com. When you get to their beer section for the Florida Ave Ale, like I said, 4.7% alcohol, 11 IBUs, and only 3 SRM. They say, this sessionable American-style wheat beer is balanced with noble hops and lemon peel. The ale fermentation imparts a tropical note reminiscent of tropical fruit. All of these flavors come together to create a crisp, thirst-quenching, clean-finishing beer perfect for our unique Florida climate. Very, very, pretty good amount of info. Not getting many tropical fruits. Do get a bit of that lemon peel just from that little citrusy note, but not too much going else. Not too much else going on here. It's just a solid beer. Wheat beer, I guess it is. I don't know why they just call it an ale, but okay. Then they do have a section of more info, and when you click that, it opens up a PDF showing some other little bit of description, availability, awards, and nutrition facts. So we'll go through those quickly. Description: a sessionable American-style wheat brewed with noble hops and lemon peel. Availability year-round in both kegs and 12-ounce cans, like I have here. The awards is gold for best Florida beer in 2013. And nutrition facts: 125.3 calories per can, 1.7, I'm guessing, grams of protein, 4 grams of sugar, and 9.8 grams of carbs. Very nice to see. I like that little bit of a little, extra information. Quite nice indeed, especially if people want to watch their weight. You can look at nutrition facts, which we don't really have up here in Canada. That's something different. But now, moving over to Untapped, the Florida Avenue Ale has been given a 3.23 bottle caps out of 5. That's out of 5,500 ratings. With that said, we are down to our final sip, so let's put this down the hash and get ratings. Cheers, everybody. So, Florida Ave Brewing Co. Ale. It's not bad. It's kind of lackluster, to be honest. It's definitely a good beer for a light beer, segment in as far as beers go. Definitely good flavor for a light beer, but if you're looking for more of like a regular beer, the flavors do drop off quite soon during the sip and leaves you with more or less nothing but a little bit of a off watery taste. It's good. It's it'll quench your thirst, refresh you on a hot summer's day or something like that, or if you're down in Florida. But if you're looking for something with a bit more flavor, I would probably pass this up for something else. But still, if this was given to me and there was nothing else, I'd drink it. I'd drink a ton. It's easy to drink. It's super sessionable. You can crush these like no tomorrow, and that's no word of a lie. But with that said, I gotta give Florida Ave Ale, I gotta give it a solid 6.5. Nothing special at all, but still for a light beer, it has a good amount of flavor. That lemon peel, that lemony sort of citrusy note that you get. You get that little bit of hoppiness as well. It's solid. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the flavors drop off really soon. Moving over to presentation now. The can looks nice. I like the graphics. The blue, the red, white, and blue. Very American for sure. Looks good. Looks clean. Reading stuff is a little hard to read. But other than that, no description, no IBUs, no ABVs, which is weird, but they do have a brewed on date. So that is something interesting as well. But moving over to the website now, website shows the ABVs, IBUs, and SRM. They do say that it does have noble hops, which is nice. Good little description, and when you go to more info, showing the awards, and the nutrition facts is definitely something unique for the nutrition facts, at least. So with that said, presentation, the can looks really nice. I'm actually a real big fan of the can, but I gotta give presentation, I gotta only give it a solid, I don't know what to give it. I gotta give it a 7. Just because it looks so good and there is good information on the website. But come on, really? No ABV on your can? That's weird. That doesn't sound right. Like, what if this beer was like 20%? Or maybe there's a law where if it's under a certain amount percent, you don't have to label it. That could be it. Maybe if it's under 5%, you don't need to label it. Mine's working. Mine's always working, guys. But with that said, before I leave you, if you have any comments, questions, beers you want me to review in the future, leave all the information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like the video or subscribe to me, make Brewski, kick back, relax for a couple of beers, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Now, for today's question of the day, my question of the day for you guys is, whose beer is better? American or Canadian? All of you already know. Canada's got the better beer, but let's have a nice friendly discussion about it down in the comment box below. Now with all that said, that's going to do it for me, mate Brewski, and like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.